See if it does it. Well, you know what they say, third time is a charm. So hopefully this one goes through. This is my third attempt to go live today. I'm Dr. Lauren with Animal Ranch Care, and let's see if anybody gets notified. Okay. Okay, so I think that I'm on, so now everyone should be able to get notified. Well, I don't know what's going on with the internet today. It is a rainy day, so maybe something happened there. If you can see this, I'm sorry that I'm late. I did try 3 times, and after much frustration, enters Handsome Tim because I could not get it fixed. Yes, I got it fixed, Kim. Oh my goodness, I sometimes get so upset with technology. It seems like it doesn't work that often. Have you noticed a trend? Like the phone doesn't work and the internet doesn't work. And I think they don't want us to connect for Storytime Sunday. Well, hello, everyone. It is Sunday and it is a rainy Texas day. It's pouring outside on our new patio, wasn't it? Our new patio had rain going sideways. It's been so bad. I think there's a lot of things messing with our internet, but in the name of Jesus, I rebuke that. We're going to be on and we're going to be live. Hello, hello. I got so frustrated. I got Handsome Tim to come calm me down. Hello, everyone. Why does Handsome Tim look like T.I. in the background? Yeah, that's funny. She said, why do you look like T.I. in the background? Hello from Alabama, Alicia. Hello, Shelly. Hi, my friend Shelly from Kentucky. Well, Handsome Tim is here. Let me make some room for you, sir. You look dapper as usual. You look dapper with your blue light glasses on.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for keeping me calm when I couldn't go live because I had such anxiety because I couldn't get to y'all. So if y'all are here and you can see everything, please hit the like button so you get notified of future videos. I've been very busy today doing lots of little things. And Tim said, what are you doing? Didn't you?
Yeah.
What are
you
you
were doing a lot.
I was doing a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a new ADT service. I was making emails. I was sending a letter of recommendation for an employee that I've had 15 years. I was doing notes for the office. I deleted some things on the internet. I changed our hours with the Chamber of Commerce. I had some news, so I had to let go and terminate the associate doctor that I had working with me. So I had to go and change it all, like edit everything, the hours, and I took on both the patient loads. And so it's been an interesting last 2 weeks, and I would say I'm feeling it for sure. I've been adjusting 65 patients a day, 3 days a week, and then adjusting horses, which I did last Friday, 11 horses.
Wow.
And who's been massaging me?
Me.
Yeah. So when I get home, Handsome Tim massages me and rubs my feet, and it's been so nice. Thank you for all the massages.
You're welcome.
So, hello. Oh, someone's from Cleveland, Texas. Hello, Margaret.
Cleveland.
Yes. Right. Cleveland in the house, just 25 minutes up the road. It is raining cats and dogs in North Carolina, as well as raining cats and dogs in Texas and Louisiana and everywhere. You are definitely a keeper. He's definitely a keeper, Deborah. I've had him for 34 years, so I don't think he's going anywhere. That's why I got life insurance on him. Tell him about the day that I got life insurance on you.
You tell him.
No, you tell him how you thought when I said I got life insurance on you.
I was sure you were going to give me a little soup with a little pinch of cyanide in it.
I told him I would never put cyanide in his food. I don't even do the cooking. How could I do it? If I don't cook, I never cook. All I could do is sprinkle it on some cookies that I buy. I can't see your finger on the camera. Well, anyway, so he does all of the cooking. So no worries. You're not going anywhere, sir. You're not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Well, that's wonderful. They have sunshine in Michigan.
He said it's contractual.
It's contractual.
She still remembers that.
Yeah, it's contractual. That's true. She did remember that. Well, they say that it is hot, 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 108 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. That's what Nancy said. And Connie said that it is the first sunshine in Michigan.
Wow.
So, been raining here in mid-Missouri, that Mill says, and don't need to train a new one, Jennifer. So one day we were sitting on the couch and I told him that I feel decrepit. I feel like I hurt all the time. I'm always asking for massages. And I was like, babe, just trade me in for a new one. Just trade me in for a new one. And you said,
They don't make them like they used to.
He said they don't make them like they used to. But the truth is he doesn't want a new one that he has to train for the next 20 years to do everything. So yes, it's in contractual that he has to massage me and then I have to buy cookies, and I buy cookies sometimes. But today or this weekend, we got ice cream, and ice cream is nice occasionally, not for my tummy, but had one that good. He passed 13 years ago. Love each other while you can. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
Yes.
I'm definitely loving him every second I have him. So he and I have been doing a lot of thinking about the things that we're blessed, that we feel blessed to have. And one of the things that we felt blessed to have today was, that I felt blessed to have for sure, was eggs and bacon.
Mm-hmm. And bagels.
I didn't want to confess that I had a bagel.
No.
I finally got a hold of some Montreal Saint Viateur bagels with cream cheese. It was a good day, and I'm going to pay for it. But tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. Start over. We are true soulmates. Thank you for saying that. So bagels, bacon, and eggs.
But I mean, the bagels, they're Canadian.
They're Canadian, eh?
They're good.
They are good. They're very low ingredient. They're super healthy. That's
Right.
not carnivore, my mom. But it's a Canadian. It's crunchy. They don't allow those chemicals. It only has like 5 ingredients. So that's what I have to tell myself, that, minimal ingredients, it'll be okay. Your intestines are brand new every 3 days. So in 3 days, they won't even remember I had the bagel.
She said, "Where's mine?"
Dr. Lauren lights up when she hears the word bagel. I do. Well, I like a healthy bagel. I'm just saying, a healthy bagel is not bad for you. My mom is in here giving me crap. Where's yours, Mom? I bought you a couple dozen. They're in the freezer. I did. Now listen to this. So the bagels come in this package from Montreal. I don't know why I'm holding the microphone. The bagels come in a package, like a regular bread bag. Well, come to find out, you're supposed to take them out of the regular bread bag and you're supposed to put them in a Ziploc bag, like a freezer Ziploc bag, and you're supposed to seal them. So my mom comes over and she was talking about how, when we get the bagels, we need to put them in the Ziploc bag. And she's like, me and your dad used to do this trick. You seal the whole Ziploc bag except one little hole on the side, and you stick a straw in there and you go, and you seal it real quick like that. So all the bagels come in, and I got some for my mom and some to put in the freezer, for rainy days, because you can keep them in there for a year if they're really. I love the angle at which we're sitting because I can't see your face. So I put the straw in there and I go, and I seal them up, Mom. So there's they're in there. They're in there. So yes, they're all sealed and they'll last a long time and they're not going to get freezer burn. Dr. Lauren, does Tim have any single brothers?
Yeah.
No.
I have one brother, but unfortunately he passed away. But I've got lots of cousins.
He does have lots of single cousins. Hey, that's only one skip over there. So Mom is not here today. The rain is really bad, so it was better for her to stay put. And we're sitting on the back patio, in our nice new furniture. And Tim's like, let's listen for the rain to come in. And then all of a sudden, the rain starts going sideways and it reaches the door from the patio. So we had to rush back in. The lightning and the thunder, and then Dexter was laying in the opening to the door. And
then it started thundering and lightning and raining in the house.
Yes, very true. Very true. So that wasn't good, but it gives us a lot of time to get things done. Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once the rain comes, we're like, what can we do? Well, actually, it's more me. What can we do?
Yeah.
Because I have like ADD, and I'm like, what projects could we tackle today? And he's like, well, if you want to get the garage clean and you want to vacuum the hair from underneath the bed. So here's the story. We have had a lot of issues with German Shedder. The German Shedder Dexter, he sheds a lot. So Tim, he vacuums 3 times a day for this German Shedder. So Tim's like, how did it go? What made you think there could be hair under the bed?
I was just cleaning up, vacuuming, and just kind of shining some light, so to speak, on things.
Oh
And
my God.
shone the flashlight on the floor and happened to see under the bed and saw some tumbleweed. And then I said, hey, you have to come see this.
So then he calls me into the room to come see the tumbleweeds that's under the bed, because I thought it would be a smart idea to buy a bed that's about this far from the ground so the cats can't get under there. Well, little did we know that little crack, that little 1-inch crack, sucks all the hair underneath, and then he looks and there's tumbleweeds. And he's like, hey, come here. He moves the bed about a foot away, which this bed weighs about 300 pounds. Like, not even kidding, 300 pounds. It's one of those incline beds where you can go up or down and split plan and all that. Well, anyway, so I go in there and the bed's about a foot away from the wall. And he's got a flashlight, a vacuum cleaner with a cord that detaches. And he's like, you got to get under there.
No, I said, you got to see this.
You said, I got to see that. And then what I do after that?
And you were like, I'm going to get under there. I'll clean it. I'll do it.
So then I get under there and I start suctioning all the hair. And then I get my body flat under there. And I realize there's a bunch of old throw up. The cats have thrown up under there. And so, well, they did. And then I had to lay down there. And I was like, bring me a hot rag to wipe it up. And let me know if anybody's commenting on something I need to respond to.
Oh, this is a good comment.
Okay, what?
A man that cooks and cleans and rubs your feet? How the heck did you find that price? Totally meant to be. That's a great comment, right? All right. Back to the story.
Back to the story. You know what? It's all God. That's all I got to say. It's all God. People say all the time when I tell them what you do, like if I have clients, like horse clients, and I'll go to the job and I'm like, oh, I got to hurry and get home. My husband cooked me dinner and he laid my night clothes out. And then the other husband, he's like, shut up, stop saying all that. and then the husband's like, don't tell that, making me look bad.
Make me look bad.
There are tumbleweeds everywhere in our house, like under the couch, under the bed. So anyway, here I am with my night clothes on, going underneath the bed. Y'all get a visual. It's a long nightshirt. I decided to crawl under the bed. So I get back there, I lay the vacuum cleaner down, I grab the hose, and I start suctioning under the bed. So now my body's all the way under the bed. He's pulling out the under drawers so that I can get to it, and the drawers are pulled out, and I'm like vacuuming everything up. And he's like, got a broom trying to sweep underneath. Like, is this helping? And I'm like, not really. No. And then we finally get all the tumbleweeds up and then vacuum everything. And then I just keep going. You know, that feeling where you just like want to keep cleaning and keep going. And so then I end up in the master closet. Sorry, not master. We don't say that word anymore. The primary closet. They say you don't say master.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
So we don't say master. So primary closet, and the primary closet was full of hair. So I start cleaning that up. And the next thing you know, I'm like cleaning everywhere. I'm like cleaning here and cleaning there. And I'm like, oh, I want to make an iced Sunrider drink. And then you're like, hey, I'll video for you. And here comes that. So, well, we ended up cleaning a bunch of things. And then I look over and Tim's on the couch and he's just chilling and doing YouTube and surfing. And I'm already on to the next thing. You're staring at the back of my head. You're like got beamers here. Like you want to say something.
No.
You don't want to say?
Listen.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything to say about my squirrel syndrome?
No.
Okay.
No.
So anyway, I ended up doing all of the cleaning, and then I got to my to-do list, which was a folder I brought from work. And inside of there is like, get a new alarm system for the office. And the new doctor, we have a new potential doctor coming in on Wednesday. Yay. And it's a lady doctor. Yay. Yay. And she's 29 and she has lots of energy. And I'm super excited that she might be able to help me do all this work. Tuesdays have become animal days. I forgot. And that's new. So instead of working on new patients on Tuesdays, I'm going to work on animals. But I go by myself because Jessica doesn't come over on those days. So I'm going to start working on more horses and dogs on Tuesdays, and I get more content days. So now animal days will be Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Human days will be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. But if I'm lucky, I'm going to get my human days down to just Monday and Wednesday, because my secret plan, you ready for my secret plan? Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be my workout days.
Oh. Dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun, 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 dun. I am ready to start lifting weights again, you guys. I'm going to start lifting weights so that I can get this.
Yeah, permits for these.
I got a permit right there.
I
want to get rid of my wave twice. Look at my wave twice. One's here and one's here and one's here. Wave twice. Babe, it sucks getting old.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm not old. I'm sorry. Well, then I just
seasoned?
No, I'm seasoned, but I don't like gravity. I don't like gravity. Well, gravity is pulling my skin down.
Somebody says we call it waddle.
Waddle? So I say,
yeah, Baker says it's genetic.
That's genetic. Mama, I don't want the Cummins arms. You can give them back. I don't want the Cummins arms. Look at this flap. Look at this flap. Do you know that when I'm adjusting horses now and I shake things, that it flaps and they think it's a pop?
You continue to talk about my wife like this, and we're going to have a problem.
Oh, crap. Okay. All right. So my arms are attractive and they're very muscular and they look great. And I'm going to flex them and get them worked out more on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I found this thing. Actually, Tim found this video where the guy says you can work out and just do a little bit and not too much. Not too much. So I'm going to try a little bit. So I did 20 push-ups and I did 20 squats. That's a start, right?
Yeah.
Gotta start somewhere. Gotta start somewhere. I knew you were about to say it. I know. You're so cute. You're so cute. I gotta stop whipping my neck around. I gotta go back.
See me right there.
I know, but I need to be like in your face line. Oh, I don't have on a bra. So anyway, this is like authentic Storytime Sunday. What was I going to say? Something is better than nothing for sure. And I'm going to start working out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's my goal. I met with my accountant this week and things are going great. We met with a wealth manager, because we never know what to do with any kind of money or decision. So that was good. Julie's lost 140 pounds. You go, girl. You go, Julie. Get that done. That's what I'm talking about. Miss Dallas says, try being old and losing weight. Flap, flap, flap. Man, I tell you what, tired of things flapping. Things flapping are not fun. I don't want to be an older flappy woman.
Okay.
So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 places that flap.
We can do something about that.
So my 2 are here. My 2 are in the legs.
All right.
What?
Just lady talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Well, on to something more manly. Let's talk about.
What?
Stop getting off camera.
What about the new drill bit?
Look, you're making my backdrop not be on the backdrop. Here, slide this way. Watch the cord. I have 2 cords right here, and you're gonna get them all. Hold on. We got to get more light because we got to see all your handsomeness. Hold on. All right. Can we see your handsomeness? Oh, yeah, you're shining. That's nice. What about what?
The drill bits.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about manly stuff. So we ordered 2 of those hoses that are self-contained that do the stopper thing. Jessica has some of them and they're lovely when you're trying to water things. Well, we have a baby fig tree in the backyard, so we need to pull a hose over to her so we can water her because she's starting to put out figs. Mm-hmm. Yes. So we bought these things on Amazon.
Not a her, though.
Not a her?
His name's Ferdinand.
That's right. You named him Ferdinand the Fig.
Ferdinand the Fig Tree.
Ferdinand the Fig Tree. It's a man. Okay, so we need to water Ferdinand. So we need to put the hose on the wall. Well, we didn't know you have to put this plate thing with 4 screws and you have to drill in the concrete. Well, we don't have any concrete drill bits. So I called the contractor and I said, hey, Zach, can you come by and put up those hoses like you said for free?
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, I would, but I'm in Biloxi, Mississippi, and then I'm not home until next Friday. I probably could do it Saturday morning before I go to work in Louisiana on Sunday. And then I said, never mind, we'll buy a drill bit. What do I need to do? So Tim found out the size of the drill bit, and then I looked on Amazon and I found the drill bit and I got it ordered, and it's going to arrive on Wednesday. So you're going to have fun putting up the hoses because I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm trying to see what I missed over there.
People were starting to talk about weight loss and
weight loss and surgery. It's called plastic surgery. I know, but when would I take off work in order to get plastic surgery? And then Tim says I don't need any plastic surgery. He says I'm perfect the way I am. So, right?
That's what I said.
You said that.
That's what I said.
Kent, great, Julie. I lost 140 pounds. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. I need that video can share so I work out just a little bit and get myself in better shape. Oh, yeah. What'd you say?
Yes, manly. Ferdinand the fig tree.
Ferdinand the fig tree. Yes. Well, our Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
Oh man.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor right there gonna get his 7/16" drill bit concrete mortar style. And then once you get your 7/16 drill bit mortar, then you can drill some things that will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can mow the yard like you do. And then we can get a pooper scooper to clean up all the dog poop.
We already got one.
Oh, we already have it. I don't know about that. I'm sorry, I don't pick up my dog's poop. I do massage him and brush him and adjust him.
Mm-hmm.
I do all the tender, loving things of Dexter, you know, that womanly touch. Did you know a study said that 67% of dogs adapt to each owner's personality type?
Really?
Yes.
Each one?
Each person, they know how to handle that person.
Well, that's true with him.
Yeah. So Dexter, he knows that I'm the one he can love on and rub on and roll around on. And with you, he's more like that rough. He like slaps you with his hands. And
he's very rough.
He's a rough dude.
It's all right.
Yeah. So what else were we going to talk about today? You've been making a lot of food. You made a crock pot roast.
Mm-hmm.
And
a couple of them.
Couple of crock pot roasts. What's the secret to a good crock pot roast?
Do not fully submerge the meat.
That's the key.
That's
the key.
The key.
Well, what else do you put in the liquid that's in the crock pot roast?
Maybe a little splash of wine.
Okay.
But I've got my secrets.
Oh, you're not going to tell.
No,
I see.
No.
He's not going to tell. Well, that's okay. What else? What else did we do? We hung out a lot this weekend because I didn't go to work. Look, she tried pot roast and Dr. Pepper once.
Really?
Dr. Pepper.
How was that?
How was that, Kim? How was that Dr. Pepper pot roast?
No crock pot liner for me.
No crock pot liner.
Yeah.
No plastics. No. He just scrubs it out. He has 2 crock pots. So funny story. I like my crock pot with no vegetables, and I like it with just the sauce. So he makes one with the meat and vegetables and one with just the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 2 crock pots was just so we could, be going.
Yeah. Simultaneously.
And one for us and one for the future, possibly.
That's true. Because 1 is none and 2 is 1.
Where did you hear that from?
You.
Really?
Because what if you have 1 and it breaks and then you have none? So you have 2 and then you have 1. Now, perfect example. We bought this stick vacuum cleaner called it's right there, Orfeld.
It's called piece of crap.
We bought an Orfeld stick vacuum cleaner. It broke within 2 months. Well, we have bought 2 of them because they were cheap and on sale. And then we had another one for backup. So that was good. And Oh, okay. Well, if you need to email me, someone had asked me for my email because they wanted to talk about their son in chiropractic care. It's bakersarc@gmail.com. So I'm going to put my email right there in case you guys need to reference it. You got some water? Okay. This light is kind of hot. So we've been doing a lot of things. Grammy says, "Happy Fur Father's Day, handsome Tim."
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Happy Fur Father's Day.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I wonder if he got me anything.
Yes, a pile of poop in the backyard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And a bunch of kisses.
Yeah.
He kisses all right here.
Those.
All right here.
Any of those.
So Chitara and Fiona, they've been running around and they sleep a lot too. And what else did we do on Friday? We went and met with the wealth manager. What else did we do? We went couch shopping. That was fun. The couch is about 5 years old and it's full of hair and the cats have destroyed the undersurface. So
the more exciting part of that was the
we went to look at a massage chair.
Well, for the clinic, I'm talking about the expansion.
Yes. Sorry. We went to look at massage chairs because we're going to expand the clinic and we're going to have another almost 1,000 square foot to the side of the clinic. And the landlord's going to cut a hole and do new floors and new paint. And we're going to add therapy. So we went to look at some cutting edge AI massage chairs. They were actually pretty affordable. And we're going to, what'd you see?
Julie says, my 14-year-old is making dinner. She has chicken breast marinating in a soy honey mixture. Does handsome Tim have any tips for her to cook them?
Oh, that's a good one.
The tip that I would have to cook with soy would be, some type of honey, some type of sweet mixture. So that sounds good. Maybe if you had some chives.
But how actually cooking them though? Like grilling them, crock pot? That's what she's asking.
I thought she was saying in a crock pot.
No, how to cook them. Any tips for her to cook them?
Wow, I would do it in a crock pot if you had it.
Yeah, crock pot would be amazing.
Or the oven. You could do it in the oven. But if you could pan sear the chicken beforehand.
Yes.
And then put it in the oven with the mix, the chicken will turn out really tender.
Yes. So you pan sear it for like what, 2 minutes on each side or something, and then put it in the oven at like 250.
250, but it depends on the oven.
That's true. He always goes low and slow, so he'll put them in there for like 250 for like 30, 45 minutes. They come out super tender. But you know the key to most cooking that I know you do is you sear it on each side.
It's a whole of juices on the inside.
Oh, let's see. I see. You're so smart. Hey, you guys, you should really look at Tim's channel. It's been blowing up. No, it really has. Don't be modest. Your channel is really doing good. Your videos are daily. You've never missed a day in the past 4 months. You have verse of the day. You have the long videos. You have cooking videos. Come on now. Scriptures and skillets, right? Yes. Scripture. I always reverse it. Scriptures and skillets with handsome Tim. There you go. Scriptures and skillets with handsome Tim.
Miss Brown. She said, I love his channel.
Oh, that's wonderful, awesome. Marga.
That's
nice. You said Miss Brown. Sorry. She has a pan that she can do it in the oven and the stove top. That's what Julie said. That's wonderful. I just posted the channel there, Mel. He is consistent. He never misses a day. Unlike me. I miss days all the time. But he has a verse of the day that just really starts my day. Actually, I was driving to a job and I put on your channel and listened to you. You don't know this, but I'm driving to jobs. I put on your channel and I just let it run. And I didn't hear some of the ones you made before, but when I heard, like after I was listening to them, I started crying.
You bugged me.
Don't cry.
Thank you.
I cried. You know why I cried?
Why?
Because if anything ever happens to you, I can always hear your voice.
I've thought about that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's comforting.
Yeah. It's really comforting for me.
Oh.
Simple way to cook cube steak.
Now,
that's a good one.
With a cube steak, that's definitely about searing. And that's going to be a quick sear, but I would also probably let it sit out.
Marinate, right?
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. but I would let it sit out to probably room temperature. And then I would marinate it with some type of vinegar, right?
Mhm.
That's going to make it tenderize.
A little bit of balsamic vinegar.
That typically does it.
Not much, just like a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, some butter, or some olive oil, any kind of oil you want to use. But then marinate it with all the seasonings, and then don't you do the flash after that, after it's marinated.
Yeah.
But Tim always lets our meat get to room temperature, and man, it tastes better.
So I need an active link.
Oh, an active link. She wants the actual link to it.
How do you do that?
I think I have to like go and I don't know. I think it's something like copy paste link, but I would have to get off of this screen in order to do it. So let me see. Well, I don't know. I don't know that I can do it on there.
Could I do it here?
You can. I think you can. Go here. You go here. You go to your page. And then you go to right here. And then you hit.
What about in the notes? We have it. The link in
the
notes.
Yeah. Go to your notepad. So Tim's going to paste that link on the chat there. So she said she just subscribed to your channel. That's it. Hold your finger down. You got it.
Okay.
And then copy link. And then go back to the video. And then hit in there and hit paste. That should do it. Let's see if that does it. Well, anyway, he is really good at reading the Bible, and people say all the time he should be one of those StoryTime readers that just reads things. So let's see if that goes through. Yeah, I don't know. Well, what else were we going to talk to the people about? It says it went through there, but I think the chat's taking a little time. Handsome Tim is the glue and the motivator behind what you see. And with that being said, he's the glue and the motivator at the same time. Like, don't fall apart and keep on going. Don't fall apart and keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
And so on his computer right here, I have a little note. And everybody that knows him, his family, calls him Bootsy. So it says, Bootsy, you are my rock and my calm, and I love you. And I write little notes like that in places. But I also think that words of affirmation are very important in a relationship. So with that, I always do those little things as well as you do those back to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I am thankful for the motivation. I'm thankful for the words of affirmation that you give me.
You're welcome.
I had a really tough last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like really tough. Like to the point that I don't know how I got up. I don't know how I kept going. My back was killing me. I needed a chiropractor. I lost the chiropractor I had because I had to terminate the associate doctor and he was adjusting me. And I need to find a chiropractor. And you do a really great job at the massaging. And my staff for my 20th anniversary got me $350 to go to a massage place. So I'm going to go get a massage.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do this next week. I'm going to do that. Angela loves the way you say hallelujah. Say it.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So I have a busy weekend coming up, actually. I've got adjustments on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, but, you do? I thought you were off.
No, I actually have Friday.
You filled it up?
Yes. Okay. So Friday I work in the Cleveland area. So Friday I work in Cleveland, Cut and Shoot, and Conroe. And Saturday I work in Plantersville and Navasota. So I'm going to adjust the Great Danes. I'm going to adjust 2 new horses. Really excited about that. And I have someone that's offered to do free video services, and they're going to make a video of me.
Did I offer to do that and forgot?
No.
Oh, it's somebody else.
It's our massage lady's husband who wants to get into videography. So he's going to probably come. Cindy catches your your channel scriptures every day. That's
Awesome.
amazing.
Thank you.
I love a good spa day too, Kim. Spa day. I love massages. Recently been using some CBD. What do I call it? A CBD cream.
Yeah.
CBD cream, and it has arnica and 20 essential oils in it. And Tim rubs that all over my back, and that really helps. That really takes away the pain, and that helps until I can get to a chiropractor. But I definitely need to start working out because I had something happen to me, and I'm going to confess. I already told Tim, so I'm going to tell y'all. I went to adjust the horses last Friday, not this past Friday, Friday before that. And when I would lift their legs up and then shake them and set them down, when I went to rise up, I felt like I was dizzy and my muscles were having a hard time recovering. So I think I need to start working out and building up my strength. So Heart of Mom says gardening season equals arnica cream season.
Wow.
Right. That is funny. That's true. It's funny because it's true. Deborah, you've never been to a spa. Oh man, ask for that for a holiday. Tell you what, this light is hot though. I'm starting to sweat. What else? I recently committed a giant sin. I left my tweezers in the dryer. So apparently I put my tweezers, we're all women mostly, and there's some men here. But as we get older, we grow hair where we don't want to. And so I left my tweezers in a pair of pants from a ranch job because when the sun is good, you pluck. So my husband comes up to me and he says, "You're carrying tweezers in your pants now?" And he was like, "This is getting a bit ridiculous. You're already laundering money."
I'm going to turn you in. You keep doing it without me, I'm going to turn you in.
I launder money. I put he found a $20 bill in the laundry and he set it out and he said, "Look, this is getting ridiculous."
I find it every week. All kinds of money.
Let me tell you what, I laundered a 20. Then one day someone had paid me $60 for an adjustment and I stuck it in my pocket and he found $60. But you know how good of a man he is? He did not even keep the 60 and the 20. He gave them back to me. My mom used to say, if you find it in the wash, it's yours.
I don't want your dirty money.
It's not dirty because it was at a ranch.
No, because you're laundering it.
I'm not laundering it.
Illegal stuff with it.
Oh my God. That's your tip. See, Deb says that's your tip. So I got the tweezers from Tim out of the washer, and then I was excited because I had been looking for my tweezers. Well, when he handed me the tweezers and I went to look at them, one of the tips was bent over and no longer functional. So I'm on a hunt yesterday, and I told you I could not come home yet because I went to run errands, and I said I have to make another stop. Well, I had to go down to Walgreens and get the tweezer. I walk into the store. No, not Walgreens, CVS. I walked into the CVS to get me a tweezer, and I go to the makeup aisle, and I'm walking around the corner, and I go down to the end where all the tools are, the pimple poppers and the tweezers and the eyebrow curlers and all that. I get down there, and I go to grab the tweezer right here, and I go to pull, and it's got a magnet stopper on it. It's got an anti-theft device on it. So when it had the anti-theft device on it, it says, "Please see sales associate." Say that 4 times fast. "Please see sales associate." So I go find a sales associate, and they come over there with this little magnet thing, and they pop it off, and they give me the tweezer. The tweezers were $24.99 for tweezers. I mean, these things are more expensive than eggs, than maple syrup, than, any food. So I get the tweezers for $24.99, and I ask him, why are all the things locked up? But like the makeup's not locked up, but these tools are. He said they're the most common stolen things in the store.
That's sad. So
he said that people are stealing like crazy. And I turned to look at the makeup section, and I swear like 90% of the makeup was gone. He said people are stealing it.
Again, that shows where priorities are.
Well, it must be. You said it can't be men stealing it. It must be women stealing it.
Stealing makeup to look good, you should steal it to sell it.
Look at Mary Lou said hers were $1.29 at Target. Not down here.
What?
$1.29. Oh my God, they were $24.99 Oh, I should have just bought them on Amazon, but I didn't want to wait because when I showed Tim my chin, he said, nobody's looking at your chin. But when I showed him my chin, he said, girl, you need tweezers. Didn't you? I couldn't even shave it. See, I have this mole right here, so I had to like pluck all around it anyway. CVS is definitely expensive, but man, that lady said they're stealing on blind in that store. So thank you so much for joining Tim's channel. He really appreciates it. He's slow and steady building it up. I think you have 634 subscribers. So you're on a roll. You're on a roll. Well, plucking is definitely a weekly thing. And I don't care who you are, but when you got a little chin hairs here and there, you went to kiss me the other morning and you said I had a big gray hair sticking out right here. I have gray hairs on my chin.
It's better gray than black?
Yeah, but I found a gray hair in my eyebrow. Nobody ever told me when I was going to get, I'm not barking at you. I'm sorry. You don't have to jump. No one ever said when you got old, you're going to have hair that turns gray in every place.
With that old thing again.
I'm about to pencil all this in. I'm not old. I'm seasoned.
Yes.
Well, you know, Tim and I were just recently, that is true about the seasoned. See, she found a gray hair in her nose. I mean, you get gray hairs everywhere. That just means that we're seasoned, Mary Lou. We're seasoned. I mean, look at all my patches. I got a big patch right here, which is really nice. Tim's my barber, so he tells me that it's looking nice. Right.
It's almost time for a trim.
Yes. I don't like when I have wings right here. I like to get it close buzz down to like a 1, don't I? And then my glasses start flipping the edges of it up. She says she's vintage.
There it is. I like that. I hadn't heard that one in a while.
Mm-hmm. Vintage, seasoned, mature. Well, you know, if you look in the Bible, when we were reading the Bible, Tim and I have been reading Genesis. We're on Genesis 46. And people in there were like 900 years old. I mean, we're complaining that we're getting seasoned at 40-something, 50-something years old.
Preach.
No, they were 900 years old. We're just babies. We're just getting going.
See?
And it said in Genesis that God made people live to 140 or 120?
120.
120.
Kind of got tired of it.
Okay, so if 120 is the age that I'm trying to shoot for, and I'm currently 46, I've only lived a 30% of my life.
Exactly.
So I got to get moving.
Let's go.
And lifting weights.
Let's do it.
And eat better.
Let's do it right now.
Oh, that's great. Let's do it. Man. I like the pause after that. It was nice. It was nice. Well, I did buy some natural tanning stuff too, because I need to catch up. Like, I'm too white. You know what my friend in Oklahoma says? Why do I have a tan from here down? She said, they don't have sun in Texas. That's what she said. They don't have sun in Texas. I said, girl, I'm trying to stay out of the sun. I don't want to get skin cancer. Well, I think we've had a really good time and talking about all this stuff.
Okay.
But now we need to talk about the other part of it.
What's that?
The part that you haven't really talked about.
What's that?
Your plans for the future.
My plans for the future?
Yeah.
My plans are to love you to the end of time. Those are my plans for the future.
Can I get that in writing?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to put it right here and you write down right there.
I don't have a pen or anything.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll do it later.
Okay.
Tim's Bible. I bought him this. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua. What is that number? I don't have my glasses on.
1 and 9.
1 and 9. Joshua.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Well, I think that you do have other plans, but you just didn't talk about it right here.
That's a very broad.
Oh, look, Mary Lou. It's on video, Mr. Tim.
I saw that.
If you ever try to leave me, they're going to pull out this video from 6/15/25. You're going to give us all diabetes.
So sweet.
So sweet. We so sweet. We're going to give you the sugars. Well, I tell you what, we're not making this up. Like, we're usually this way.
Yeah.
There's just being a little more authentic. More authentic.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk like this. We're usually kissing more. I think this is the longest I go without kissing him. But I'm not kissing him on the camera, so. My dad always said that in the Bible it says the man gets the last piece of apple pie, and we said no, it doesn't. He went and brought out the Bible, and inside the cover it was written. That is a hoot.
That's funny because I just had an apple pie before I came on.
You did?
With some ice cream.
No way.
Oh yeah.
You what kind of ice cream?
Vanilla.
Vanilla what?
Bluebell.
Bluebell.
The best ice cream in the country.
Bluebell, the best ice cream in the country. Well, it's a Sunday, then you can have the Bluebell ice cream with apple pie because it doesn't count.
That's right.
What kind of apple pie?
Mrs. Baird's apple pie.
Oh, those little pocket things?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to give you some heavy metal binders and biotoxin binders and, bind all of those chemicals. So no, but she said no, but he has cousins. I love pecan pie. Pecan pie is my favorite.
Pecan
pie is awesome. Last Sunday when we were talking about all those the foods that our families, our mothers and grandmothers used to cook, my mom and I were so hungry. It was so awesome. Oh man. What else do you have to talk about, handsome Tim?
Me?
Yes. What else?
What do you?
You are filled. You are filled with philosophical thoughts, sir. You will contemplate the state of the world. You will contemplate the quandaries. How do you say?
Quandaries.
The quandaries of the world. Yeah.
But you
spill it. She said, "Spill it, Tim.
Spill it.
Come on. Tell where the gold is hidden, sir."
Yeah, I think we're out of time.
No, it's okay. It's okay. He doesn't really talk as much. So it's okay for him to not have a subject. Well, let me tell you about a subject. Hold on. Let me search my file cabinet database with my 20 different files. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to search. Wait. Okay. Don't talk. Hold on.
All right.
Tim and I were going to go on a vacation. And we want to go on a vacation. He and I have not been on a vacation. This is what I was going to talk about. We have not been on a vacation together in 4 years. The last vacation was 2021, February, for his birthday. We went to Fredericksburg, Texas, and we stayed in a bed and breakfast, and we had a really good time. We had barbecue, and we had pie and cake.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? So 4 years ago, see how I remembered the food?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a foodie. So we were going to go on a vacation, but the problem is that nobody will keep Dexter because he's not neutered. It's not that we intentionally didn't want to neuter Dexter, but they told us to wait till he was 2 years old. But then after he was 2, he was not aggressive, not peeing on anything. Everything was fine. So we never neutered him. So now he's 5 years old and he's not neutered, and everybody is, what's the word for it? Biased.
Yeah.
Doggist. They will not let us take him anywhere. So we finally found a lady who's in the country. She's about 45 minutes away, and she breeds dogs, and she has a private run that's inside and outside, and she told us to bring Dexter. So we found her, and we were going to go out of town this weekend, but then we decided not to go out of town because of the weather and some other worldly things going on right now. But the good news is Tim and I are going to plan a vacation.
We are?
Yes. Where are we going?
I was thinking we could go back. You were talking about spa day. I was thinking we could go back to Canada, go back to the cabin, and we can go get massages from those people we got massages from.
That's a great idea. She says to come to the Poconos in Pennsylvania, and I'll babysit my Dexter.
And I was being completely sarcastic because you
okay.
hated that massage.
I hated that massage in Canada. It was not fun. In the US or out of the country? Not out of the country. Nope. I would love to go out of the country, but the state of the world is not great right now, especially what we can see. Yes, Canada. She said Canada. I like Montreal, Three Rivers,
And poutine.
and poutine. And I like North Hadley. I really like North Hadley. North Hadley, this is all in Quebec. I love Quebec.
Quebec.
It's Quebec. Parlez-vous français? Je ne sais bon. Wait, no. C'est bon.
All I know is je t'aime.
Je t'aime. That means I love you, but you think it means Tim. Je t'aime means you. She went on a solo trip to Costa Rica 3 years ago, and she loved it.
Well, cool.
Go up to the redwoods in California. Oh, I don't know about California right now.
Yeah, redwoods. That's like a whole different state, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Visit downtown at Hot Springs.
Arkansas.
We went to Eureka Springs, my mom and I. Mom, tell them how much you love Eureka Springs. It was your favorite. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Everything was 100 feet straight up in the air. My mom said it needs to come with a warning label.
Oh, yeah. The uphill.
We are not beach people, I would say.
No.
You don't like the sun very much.
Well, I was born on an island.
That's true.
We grew up around beaches.
That's true. I would say we're mountain people. Does anybody have any mountain suggestions? Because I really think we should look at going to Pennsylvania or New York or upstate New York. But there's like she's talking about the Poconos. That would be really fun.
I've never been to Maine.
I want to go to waterfalls. I want to see waterfalls.
Niagara?
No, like the Poconos. Like she's talking about where they have like the waterfalls. We could like drive up there and we could stay there. We could take like a 10-day trip. I don't like being hot. It makes me feel sick. Vancouver sometime. Vancouver would be nice. Like go to Banff. Go to Banff State Park. Oh, you can go horseback riding in the Poconos. Would you go horseback riding?
Yeah.
You will? Okay, Tim will go horseback riding. I did not know that. That'd be fun.
Hawaii has mountains. We already did that.
Oh, we love Hawaii. I proposed to Tim in Hawaii. Yeah, see that smile? I proposed to Tim in Hawaii on Ka'anapa'ali Beach in Maui, right next to Lahaina that burned down.
Right outside of Bubba Gump Shrimp.
Champagne glass baths. What is that?
What?
Champagne glass baths.
Ooh.
I do not even know what she's talking about. Grammy, I don't know what you're saying.
Grammy, I think she's talking about getting low.
Newfoundland is an island with lots of mountain. It's not that hot.
Wow.
Newfoundland. Yeah, we could look into that. That's like up near Maine off the coast. Parks with waterfalls and wine tours. Where's that at, Bill? Also a few caves in northeast Iowa. Oh, caves? Oh, no. Pigeon Forge and stay in a yurt. Let me tell you about Pigeon Forge and Tim. So here's the story. I think this will be our last story before we get off. We decided to go on a 2-week road trip. We drove over to Baton Rouge. We stayed in Baton Rouge for a couple nights to decompress. That was when we didn't realize Tim had the mold illness. So we decompressed for 2 nights. We drove over to North Carolina. We checked in Asheville. We went to the Biltmore. We celebrated Christmas there. Well, after we left, we were at Asheville, North Carolina for about 5 days. I said, I want to take you to the Pigeon Forge and to Gatlinburg over in Tennessee. So we drive over to Tennessee. We saw some beautiful scenery. We check into the hotel. We put the luggage down. We start walking towards the main road. I used to go to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge as a child. Every single year I have pictures on the sky lift, and I haven't been there since I was like 11, 12 years old. So I want to show him my childhood vacation spot. So we get down to Gatlinburg, we go down to the main road, and they've got all these people walking, and there were lines. Like there was a 2.5-hour wait to get to the sky lift. There was a 2.5-hour wait for the roller coaster. There was an hour wait for most restaurants. And he was like, this is what you wanted me to see?
It sucked.
He did not like Tennessee. So I went down and told the people at the hotel we needed to check out, and we beelined it down to New Orleans, which is one of our favorite places, like old downtown New Orleans. Checked in there for 4 days, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But Tim said, promise me something. What I have to promise you?
Denise is not going to want to hear this.
Well, that's true. She's not going to want to hear it, but he doesn't find Tennessee very interesting.
I just think it was the wrong part. I've heard great things about Tennessee, but I don't want to go back to that part of Tennessee.
I understand you. Yes, I proposed to Tim. She said, you proposed?
I said, yes, Kim.
I proposed. I proposed to Tim on the beach.
Caught me off guard.
Caught him off guard. Walked around with the rings for 2 weeks. Was protecting my bag the whole time. Yes, I'm a Leo, so I got my own ring. I got him a special made size 14 ring. We ate dinner at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company in Lahaina. And then we walked down the beach. And then he said, this place is beautiful. And I said, would you like to come back here in a couple years? And then he said yes. And then I got down on one knee and I proposed and I gave him his ring. And then he went to grab the ring out of the box and it fell into the sand. And then he scooped his big hands down underneath where it fell and he raised them up and there was the ring. And then he said, but I don't have a ring for you. And I said, don't worry, I have one. And then I gave him the ring for me. Oh my God. And then I had the ring for me. And then it was beautiful. I'm a Leo. We're eccentric. We do things big. We have big personalities. So yes, I proposed to Tim and he loves telling people the story.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, well, you tell people a story, but you don't love telling people the story.
I appreciate the story, but,
yeah,
I would have rather had the chance to propose to you, but you beat me to it. So, touche.
So then he secretly saved up the money for the wedding and was saving like $10, $20 every paycheck. And then I proposed in 2007. No, 2008.
2008.
No, 2007. I was working for Seabolt. I was working for Seabolt in 2006. I saved up the money and then we went 2007, February 2007. February 2007, I proposed. And then he saved up the money. And then 2010, May, he said, here's the money for the wedding. You've got 1 month to plan it. And then we got married July 10th, 2010. And then July 10th, because we had been together 17 years, so 7 plus 10 equals 17. That's also a Leo thing. So, the Catskills. Dawn. That's what I was talking about. I want to go to the Catskills. I want to go there, to the waterfalls. That's our next trip. You just did it right there. That's where we're going to go, the Catskills.
Perhaps.
No, that's where we're going.
Oh, really?
We're going to Catskills.
Okay.
That's amazing. It has like more waterfalls than you can count.
Really?
And it's walking, and there's like, someone said there's like 40, 50 famous waterfalls.
Okay.
And you can backpack and you can walk through it all. So I got to get in shape.
All right.
I got to get my endurance up if I'm going to walk around all those mountain hills.
Oh. Graham E says we have waterfalls here too.
And now Mary Lou says you can upgrade my ring and propose.
Oh. Yeah.
My ring doesn't need to be upgraded.
No.
I think I'm going to do a whole video on my ring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my ring was my grandmama Wanda's ring combined with my ring to culminate into one ring. It is amazing. She said, Mom and boys. Oh.
So I'm married 19 years.
Yours on the 28th. Been my husband for 20. Yeah. That's awesome. We got married on your birthday, Dawn. That's awesome. 7/10. My mom's birthday is 7/7. 7-7.
19 years.
Grammy says she has waterfalls there too. Well, we can go there. Maybe we just take a whole. Grammy, where's that at? Grammy. Where did you say it was again? What area? Poconos, right? We can take a road trip. We're going to go through Poconos and we'll go over the Catskills. That would be beautiful.
I mean, we already drove through upstate New York, through Vermont.
That's true. We drove through Vermont, but that's because we flew into Burlington, Vermont in order to drive across to Canada. It's much easier. All right. Well, thank you all for watching today. This has been a really fun, and I'm thankful for you being on here today.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
You're welcome.
It's always a pleasure to have you here, and I know you don't often do it, but I miss having my mom Deb here. So she'll come back maybe next Sunday and join us here. And we are going to interview a new doctor this week. We are going to have animals to adjust this week, and we are going to get our hoses put up on the walls.
We will.
Yes. Well, I hope y'all had fun hanging out with us today on Storytime Sunday with Dr. Lauren and Handsome Tim. And please remember to like and subscribe. Did you know I found out that 54% of you have not subscribed to my channel? 54% have not subscribed, and it's free. You don't have to do the memberships. Just hit the subscribe button so you can see my next videos. But that was surprising to me. 46% subscribe, 54% never subscribe. So I would love it as a beautiful gift if you would subscribe, please. All right. Well, until next time, remember 3 things. You are loved by the Most High. You deserve everything in the world to feel good. And I appreciate you and I love you being here. Thank you for being here, my beautiful friends. Bye for now.